Recall that when you create or update the local repository on your computer and you want to update the original copy of the repository on GitHub, the process is called pushing. But if you create or update the repository on GitHub and you want to update the copy of the local repository on your computer, the process is called pulling. You already know how to push to GitHub by doing git add, commit, and push. Now, how does pulling work? Let's open GitHub in the browser. Go to the repository page and click on the repository we are working on. You can see that we have two files here, africa.txt and hello.txt. Now, let's go to the local copy of the repository on my computer. You can see that we also have these same two files here in the local repository. And here, you can see that the number of commits is 2. Clicking on it, you can see the 2 commit messages we have. In GitHub, we can create a file directly inside the repository without using the terminal. Let's try that. Click on this Add File button on GitHub, then select Create New File. Now, we have a page where we can start typing what we want to write inside the file we want to create. Let's type some things there. I currently have all the text in a single line. Let me place each sentence on a separate line. You can preview it here to see how it will look like after saving. It looks nice. Let's go back to edit mode. Now, let's give the file a name. Let's name it code for africa.txt. Remember, you should not use spaces while naming files. You can use an underscore or a hyphen, or join all the words together, making the first letter of each word a capital letter. Here, I am separating the words with hyphens. So, we can now save. In Git and GitHub, saving means committing. To save this now, we click on the Commit Changes button. If you wait a while, GitHub Copilot-AI will scan what we wrote in the text and generate a suitable commit message. Here is it. It has generated a commit message for us. You can see that it matches what we did. If you do not like what it generated, you can clear it and write your own commit message. This is also a description that GitHub Copilot generated for us. So now we can click on the Commit Changes button to save the file. Before clicking the button, take note of the commit message. Now, let's click the Commit Changes button. You can see that we now have 3 files here. You can also see the commit message in front of the new file. You can see that it is the same thing as what GitHub Copilot generated for us. Also, you can see that the number of commits is now 3. Clicking on it, you can see the new commit we just made. Now, let's go and check what we have in the local repository in the terminal. You can see that it has not updated yet. we still have only two files here. The third file we created on GitHub has not appeared here. To update the local repository, all you need to do is pull. And the command for pulling is simple. We just type git space pull, then press enter. You can see that we now have the three files here. This means that our local repository has now been updated.